Hi, I'm Richard Boelens, Systems and Network Administrator with Performance Advantage, and I've been testing the DL4100 high-performance NAS system from Western Digital. Is this the right NAS for ITWC's team of video and creative professionals? Let's find out as we go all hands on tech. At ITWC, the video team uses an older model Drobo NAS to back up the videos it creates for their journalists and clients. It gets the job done, but there's so much more a modern cloud-enabled NAS can do. So we were excited to get our hands on the DL4100. Our review model was the 4-bay model designed for small businesses and came with 4 6-terabyte Western Digital drives for 24 terabytes of total storage. 16.8 of that was usable after redundancy. Most businesses of our size use Active Directory, so integration with Active Directory is a very helpful feature. The setup could not have been simpler. I flipped a switch, logged in as an administrator, and all my users were there. However, it imported every user, when I only needed to give a handful of users access. I can't remove users, and there's no way to find an individual without scrolling through the list. A little more granularity here would have been nice. We've all had a drive fail. No hardware is perfect, and the question is, how does the NAS handle a failure, and what's our impact to our users? We've come up with a test to see what happens when we put a damaged drive in. So as we see, that drive is no good anymore. Let's see what happens. And now we plug in the damaged drive. We've put the busted drive in, and you can see clearly that there is 3 functioning drives and 1 malfunctioning drive. I would have liked to see the lights a little bit bigger, just because when I walk into the server room to do my morning checks, I would like to be able to see a glaring red light if something is wrong. Just would be nice. It does do the job, it just would have been nice to have it a little bit bigger. Being cloud-enabled means you don't need to be physically with the machine to interact with it, which is handy as our video team is often working at events away from the office. Western Digital has even developed a mobile app for Android and iOS. I can back up and sync content from my phone, which is of some use. However, Western Digital also marketed the ability to share files via download link, similar to Dropbox. I could share the file by downloading the file to my device, but I couldn't enable the download link share feature. It would be a nice to have if it was easy to use. One interesting feature of the DL4100 is the ability to plug in a USB thumb drive and have the NAS back it up to a specified folder. Good in theory, limited in implementation. It only supports 1 preset function for any USB drive, so whatever stick you plug in, it ends up copying to the same folder. And it didn't always work for me. 1 out of 3 attempts was unsuccessful. Basically, it's a handy ditch for later tool to dump the files so I can sort them out later. I tested the DL4100's ability to be configured for Windows Workstation and Mac Time Machine backups. I had no issues. Basically, it performed as you would expect a NAS to perform. I couldn't test site-to-site backups as we didn't have a second Western Digital NAS to test with. The DL4100 is comparable in price and feature set to the latest equivalent model of the Drobo that ITWC is currently using. So my inclination would be to stick with what you were familiar with. However, as a hard drive manufacturer as well, Western Digital has one huge potential advantage over Drobo. Should something happen to the data on my Western Digital NAS, Western Digital has the potential to offer recovery services. One vendor taking responsibility for the NAS and the drive would be a real differentiator in today's market. I'm Richard Boelens. Thanks for watching All Hands on Tech.